think this year for me, I really want to talk. Makes me emotional. I really want to talk this year about mental health. We all spend a lot of time looking at our children and spending a lot of effort and time and even money to support them to be the best version of themselves. And every day I know you watch them struggle with one thing after another, and you just want to fix it and you want to make it right for them, and that, we can understand. But this year, what I have seen more than anything is the parents' mental health. For me, this year is something that I really want to focus on, because you are instrumental in your child's happiness. And I think sometimes you forget that. You work so hard to make it right for them, and then you get up and you try and do a job or look after the other children, and the thing that you forget is you. What I would really want for your children, and what I'm really hoping we can achieve now as a community, is for your children to see you happy. Can you imagine how amazing that would be for them to see you thriving? And I tell you what, parents, the community that we have created here at Autism Angels, it absolutely fills my soul, and I know it fills my team's soul too. Every week we show up because being with you guys is so easy and so light and happy when we're all walking around that farm and your children are laughing and they're playing. And you know what? Even when they're having a really bad day, it's still amazing, because they are thrashing something out that they know isn't working for them, and that's okay. That's okay. Remember that. That's what we're encouraging them to do, is to be true to them. Just imagine if you were happy too. Just imagine how much joy that would bring to their lives. I'm going to encourage you all from this night, from the dance floor onwards, and spread the word through our community that you are important too, and your mental health is important too. So tonight you're going to hear from some of our parents who have had a tough run, as I know a lot of you have, but how they've also come through it and actually realising that they're important as well. So thank you guys for all your love and support, and being here tonight to just celebrate. We have all created a magical space, not just for the children, but also for each other and for you guys.
My daughter hadn't attended school, she hadn't had any interaction with other people, and for maybe a year and a half. There was suicide attempts, there was the whole house was in crisis, and I put something out on Facebook saying we just need anywhere to get out of the house, and Autism Angels was mentioned. At first, it was just a respite to drop them off and go sit in the car and have a few hours of just being me. And as time went on, I started to work with the charity just as much as the children. They helped to build me up. I had to give up my job. I had to give up most of my identity to just be there to support my children. We were at a point where things were pretty bleak, and I knew that I needed to reach out for help. Coming here just made us all realise, me mainly, that we don't live in this this world where we have to go to school, where we have to pretend to be like everybody else, where I could demand that we only go places where we fit in. I was brave enough, and that's what Autism Angels gave me. Just the faith in myself that I'd lost to the point that I was giving up, and they gave me hope back.
Lucy is so hard on herself. We're still on this, helping her see how brilliant she is and how amazing she is. And here, Autism Angels, she can just be herself, and she can put down that mask and just let it out if she needs to. I think she's free here. She's free. She's free to be herself. If she is having a wobble, she's free to have that wobble. She doesn't have to squash it in like she does at school, and then for it to all come out when she comes at home. We've been here a year. It's a big journey. We're still going on it. This charity, this Autism Angels, it needs to be here for children like us.
There was this endless, kind of battle, meeting after meeting, where we just didn't seem to be getting anywhere. And Olivia was kind of getting worse and worse and worse. Towards the end of year 9, she suffered autistic burnout. As a family, we just took the decision to deregister Olivia from high school. But at that point, my mental health was taking quite a drastic turn for the worse. I wanted to take my own life. So I'd been writing down, and I'd actually been going through scenarios of the where, the when, the how. It was a case of, that day coming. And if it wasn't for Kelly and Olivia getting the car keys and locking me in the house, I was going to do it. I was pretty certain of that. Something triggered in my head where I thought, I'm going to phone the crisis team. It was like my last hope. Where does Autism Angels come into all of this? I came with Olivia to the taster session. It was absolutely freezing, snow on the ground. But in all the darkness that I was experiencing at the time, because I was still unwell, I was off work for nine, nearly 10 weeks. But I remember Olivia stood with us with Blackjack, and Olivia just looked at me with a big grin on her face. She says, "I've never been so happy." She said, "I couldn't be happier." And I just thought, for her to say that at that time, it was like, this must be something that's really good for her. So for me, there was no question of, as soon as the booking's open for the start of term, we're on it. It was the right environment at the right time, with the right people, where you just knew that she was going to thrive. Having seen Olivia grow as much as she has, a confidence with people, talking to people, a confidence in her own abilities and trying things that are new, but also doing more of the things that she really enjoys. So the baking, working with horses, working with people. She loves looking after people. She's such a caring and conscientious person. I could not be prouder, I have to say, and I do tell her. And she does get embarrassed and tells me to shut up and be quiet. But I won't stop saying it because it's the truth. She's thriving rather than struggling to survive.
She fits in here. I fit in here. They're not just helping Lucy, and they're not just helping the children, they help parents too.
We have a community that sees us how we are and loves us in this way, and I think that is so important for every parent, to be around other people who get you. If it's your turn to have a bad day, everybody is there for you, and just being around other people who got us and made space where we could exist meant that then I started to be empowered to be who I was and to ask for what I needed, and then the children followed my example.